Hey, Luke Dancy here, joined by Jeffrey Tam. How we doing, sir? All the way from the Philippines.
Hello, hello. Good morning. Is it morning there? Yes, good morning.
Well,
Good morning, Luke.
it
Hi, guys.
it's afternoon for me now,
Hello.
but for you, it is what time of
It
day?
it is 3:21 in the morning here in the Philippines.
It's only 3 o'clock in the morning, but Jeffrey Tam, he's here. He's here for you guys, and we are going to talk about a lot of stuff today. He is an award-winning magician. We're going to be talking all about that. He's done FISM. He's done a lot
Yeah.
of other crazy stuff. He is also an established magician and actor. In the Philippines, if you're from that side of the world, you probably recognize his face because he is everywhere in the Philippines. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. What I like to do every single week when I do these is let the
Hmm?
people get to know you a little bit. So why don't you kind of give them a little bit of your background, and then we can get into some live questions, and we can talk more about you after that too.
Okay. By the way, I am Jeffrey Tam. I am a professional magician. I started 12 years old, and then as a magician, I competed for FISM. For FISM Asia. I won the first place in the parlor close-up category, and then I also won several awards from international competitions, also here in the Philippines. And then aside from doing magic, I am a TV actor here in the Philippines since 1997. I've done almost like 48 movies already here in the Philippines. And then I'm doing a lot. I do magic, I do this acting business, and also I do voiceovers for radios and TV commercials. And basically I do everything. Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're a man that wears many hats. You wear many hats, as I do.
Yeah, I love collecting caps, and I also love collecting
Awards.
a sneak. No, no, no. Just so happened I always win, but I love collecting sneakers too. Like I'm a sneakerhead addict, and
Okay.
I'm into hip hop music.
Very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. So Jeffrey is again joining us from the Philippines. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Ryan Bear's got the first one over here. Ryan's asking over on the old Facebook, who's a famous magician from the Philippines that you idolized as a child? So yeah, what about the Philippines as far as there being famous magicians? Like, is it a thing, or did you look at people on the other side of the world that were doing stuff?
I looked at people on the other side of the world. Actually, my one of my idols was of course David Copperfield.
Yep.
Yeah. And then actually he was the reason why I'm into magic, because I think 1986, that was the year 1986, when David Copperfield had a show here in the Philippines. And then after that show, like I was like 11 years old by that time. And then after that show, I told my dad, when I grow up, I want to be that guy. I want to be a magician. And then like 30 years after, it's my first time to meet David Copperfield again in Vegas. That was like 2017, like 3 years ago. And then I really cried a lot when I saw him in person, and I got to talk to him.
Nice.
And I was so shocked, like after 30 years, this is my chance to see him again. And then I told him he's the reason why I became a magician.
That's cool, man. To get to tell the guy that made you want to do what you
Yeah.
do. That's pretty rad, man. That is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Frankie Valley, you know Frankie from our other live chats that we do.
Oh yeah, Frankie. Hello.
Uh,
Shout out to Frankie.
he wants to know, why did you choose magic? Of everything. I know now you do a lot more than just magic, but what made you choose magic in the first place to kind of be like something you were interested in?
Because for me, is magic is a different kind of art. And then
Right.
magic for me, it doesn't choose any age. You can it caters all ages. You can perform for kids, for older ones. And And magic for me is everywhere you go, you can do magic, right?
Yep.
Because if you're like a singer, are you gonna sing on the street, or are you gonna sing like wherever you go,
True that. Very true.
right?
Very true. Yep. Um, we've got Cassidy Lee out here as well. Hello,
Oh,
Jeffrey Tam is my
Cassidy.
idol, one of the best magicians in Asia. So that's nice.
Oh, Cassidy Lee from Singapore.
Cool.
Hi, bro.
He also had a question
Morning.
for you: how to be a great magician like Jeffrey Tam. So why don't we talk a little bit about, you
Why
know,
like me?
you're a great magician. I mean, again, I'm just going to do this because I'm going to be an ass real quick. Look at all the awards; they kind of speak for themselves. So, why don't you tell us how you too can be a great magician like Jeffrey Tam? But in all seriousness, really though, how can you be a great
Actually,
magician like Jeffrey Tam?
not just as a magician, okay? I'm talking about uh, in a universal thing. If you want to be like good in something, you should practice. Um, you should take it seriously by heart.
Yep.
Not just like if you just love magic today, and then tomorrow you're not gonna continue on what you're doing. Um, because this art that we have right now, it involves time, and passion. Actually, you should be passionate. You should be passionate on a thing that you want to do and be successful.
And here you are on one of your TV stations there in the Philippines. They did a cover story on you there about competing in the Magic Championship and stuff.
Yeah, that was 2012 when I represented the Philippines for the FISM World Championship. It was held in Blackpool,
Like,
and the TV station that I'm working currently in the Philippines right now has a UK station that holds um, TV shows in the UK for the Filipinos.
mhm.
And one of the TV anchors went to Bristol to give me an interview, because that time I was already working in a magic bar in Bristol.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is Illusions Magic Bar. I want to give a shout out. Maybe he's watching right now. Mark Bennett. Hello.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea you were over in the UK performing for a while.
I stayed in the UK. 2000, first was 2008. I stayed for almost 7 months,
Wow.
and then I went back 2012 after FISM. I worked for almost 6 months. Yeah.
Nice. You are definitely a world traveler. You are a award-winning magician here again. How many awards have you won? In all seriousness, I've got the picture up again, but nice group of
In
awards
the
there.
in the Philippines, I won three times. It was a 3 consecutive years I won. And then I got the close-up magician of the year in here in the Philippines. And then that's the time I started to compete internationally.
Cool.
The first competition that I competed was in Malaysia. I won the first place again in close-up. And then the second one and the third one was in Thailand. It's the Bangkok Magic Championship, something like that. The first trophy was I was off, or no, I exceeded like a couple of seconds. That's why I went second place.
Oh, you
So
went
I
over.
had
Okay, got it.
yeah,
Got it.
I was supposed to be the first place, but I exceeded some time. That's why I become the second place. And then I was so disappointed. And then I told myself, next year I'm gonna get that first place. And then I joined again, and I won the first place.
Nice.
And
Congrats.
then that's the time my friends told me, the elders told me, why you're already qualified to join FISM Asia.
Very cool.
And I tried joining FISM Asia. Luckily, I won the first place for the close up.
Nice. Got to bring
Yeah.
in the sound effects for that one. Some applause popping in for you there. There it is.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah. Jeffrey Tam, we're gonna go to the side by side shot because we're gonna get real for just a moment. We're
Okay.
gonna get real for just a moment. A lot of the awards and a lot of the stuff that you do is
Mm-hmm.
you, but it's you in a different way. You look a little different when you do it, and I just wanted to get some of this out of the way. I know that this morning there were some people talking about some stuff, and we're not going to get
Mm-hmm.
dirty with it, but we're going to talk about it. Okay.
Okay. We're just gonna clear
We're
something.
going to clear the air about this guy
Yeah.
popping up on the screen here in just a second. This is your alter ego. This is the other side of you, I guess you could say. I guess that's the best way to put it. Let me find the spot here to bring this
Is
up.
he there now?
He is coming up here in just a moment. Where did I bring him? I've got him right here. Dun, 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 dun. There he is. Got the old
Oh,
alter ego of Jeffrey Tam.
yeah. My other persona.
So why don't we talk about this? I know that earlier this morning there was some buzz going around about people looking at it with a negative spotlight,
Yeah.
and
Actually, I was also shocked about the comments. They're like they're telling that I am promoting maybe or not promoting,
Mhm.
or it's being like racism.
Mhm.
Um, I've been with this character for almost 15 years.
Okay.
I did a lot of international shows using this character, and I even did a lot of shows in China,
Right.
using this character, and also in Hong Kong and all over Asia.
Right.
And no one questioned me about or talk about racism regarding this character because first, even though I am a Filipino, I am a 75%
Mm-hmm.
Chinese. My dad is from Hong Kong. And then second, um, I don't do or crack jokes regarding Chinese people, or like how do you call it? Look,
Like you're not putting
uh,
putting people down. You're not being derogatory.
yes.
Yeah.
It, every time I do my act, I don't crack any jokes, and then I always explain why I am dressing up like this, because this face that you're seeing right now, it reminds me of my grandfather.
Okay.
Actually, my grandfather, I saw the picture. It always it looks like that, you know. And then third, my reason is if I am promoting racism using that character, why would FISM World or the FISM organization allow me to compete using this character, right? So I don't think I don't promote racism here. I'm just here to entertain everyone, and then
Yeah.
and have fun.
I mean, the thing that I was going back and forth with a couple people this morning was if it's in context and people are familiar with it, but do you think, as someone that's outside of the bubble, that doesn't have any context around it, then doesn't know, just looking at it from afar, would do you think that they could look at it in a negative way though, without knowing anything about the person behind it or the story or anything? That particular look.
Actually, if you happen to see something like this and you don't know the entire
Yep.
background, you should ask first,
Right. 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 Right.
right?
Yeah. We just live in a really different time right now, and everyone
But
wants.
I just want to say, sorry for if there's any people who made a bad comments for Murphy's page or Instagram. I am sorry, but I've been doing this character for almost 15 years, and nobody questioned me regarding racism, because I myself look hate racism.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And these are the awards that you've won. You compete as this character. Is that correct? Yep.
Yes, yes, and I don't do international shows without using that character.
Right. Even TV shows. You've also been on the
Yes,
Grandmaster Asia as that character. So,
Grandmasters Asia
yep.
in Indonesia, where I was with Eric Jones
Right.
and Damien Aditya. Yeah.
Yep. So we're not going to stick on this. I did want to acknowledge it, and as Jeffrey said, and as I have said as well, if anyone was offended by any of it, sincere apologies. I definitely went in and updated things to,
Yeah.
even if it's just a small percentage, and that's the thing. Even if it's just like one or two people, and I'm not saying that there's only one or two people bothered, but if only if it's like one or two people, to me that's enough. That if I could do something to help make them feel better about it, then I'm more than happy to do it. So we'll leave that in the past, but I did want to
Yeah.
acknowledge it. And thank you, Jeffrey, for touching base on that.
No problem, no problem. Let's just enjoy, guys. Let's just enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't we talk a little bit about not necessarily this side of your character, but when it comes to
Mhm.
developing character as a magician, obviously, as a whole, it's something that everyone struggles with, or some people are afraid to be who they really are. And I talked with Mark Calabrese about this last week.
Yeah.
When it comes to uh, development of a character, do you have any tips for people that are looking for a way to not just be another magician, at the end of the day?
First, you should know what are you going into. If you're into comedy magic, of course, try to search some characters that will fit your act. If you're into serious magic, of course, you have to portray something. Because look, it really helps me a lot because I've been an actor for almost 23 years already.
Mm-hmm.
Being a magician, being an actor and a magician, it before I was like, if I'm performing magic, I don't carry the actor side as a magician, but
Gotcha.
uh, I thought of combining them together,
Yep.
and it helps me a lot because I can act, I can act while doing magic,
Sure.
especially if I'm doing characters. So what I suggest is try to search for a character that will fit you. If you're not into comedy, don't do comedy because in comedy it really needs a good timing.
Yeah.
And just like me, I can't perform serious acts. It doesn't fit me well. Um, if you happen to see me perform this act, for example, this the float for example just the floating table, if you happen to see me perform the floating table wearing this normal Jeffrey Tam and wearing the other Chinese character,
Mm-hmm.
it's totally different. I can create comedies while I'm in character, and I'm just I don't know why I can't create comedy while I'm the normal Jeffrey Tam.
That is interesting, isn't it? Because it's like
Yeah.
you're the same person. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just something about maybe it's you feel safe playing a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Okay. Um, Patrick's got a good question. I know that this is a global thing we're talking about here. The virus that's been going around,
Oh,
the COVID
COVID.
stuff. How has it affected you performing outside the Philippines? I guess is what the PI is, but also just how's it affected you in general, Jeffrey? Because I know you're in a different part of the world than me. We talk all the
Yeah.
time, but for everyone else, what's it been like in the Philippines with all this stuff?
At first, we were shocked. All the performers right here in the
Yeah.
Philippines um, can't do live shows
Right.
because of the COVID. So I thought of doing the online shows,
Hmm.
but the problem is at first I'm having a hard time to adjust because I'm really used to performing on live, especially if you're into comedy magic.
Right.
It's so hard to perform comedy magic in a virtual show. So I researched for almost a month how to create my own show in the online business. And then in the whole Philippines right now, so sad that that the cases are still going up. Actually, we're like in the 290,000 something.
Wow.
So every day it's going up, and all the performers are having a hard time, especially if this is their bread and butter
Hmm.
for their family. So I am hoping that this whole pandemic thing will end soon. So every one of us will go back to normal. You know.
Yep. Um, and the other thing that you do as well, I'm just going to jump back over here as well, is acting, and you do voiceover work. And I guess the nice thing about doing voiceover work is that you can do that from home anyway. So,
Yes, actually, I'm doing some voiceovers for companies and for TV commercials.
very cool.
So yeah, that's right. You're right, Luke. I can do it home, working at home for doing voiceovers.
And who were you doing a voiceover for before we went on here? Because it's pretty cool.
I'm doing a sample of voiceover for Philippine Airlines.
That's rad, man. That's really, really
Yeah.
cool. Can you give us a little? Can you give us a little preview of what that'll sound like, Jeffrey Tam?
Okay. Okay. Let's do it here.
Let me get the clapping ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Mabuhay and welcome to Philippine Airlines. We care about your safety. Please stow your baggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking, including electronic cigarettes, is not allowed. Thank you for flying Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipinos. There you go.
Well done. Very, very nice, man. That's cool.
Oh my God.
Thank you for doing that. That was fun. Very cool. How many of those do you do like a week, or does it just does it differ because you have different clients popping up, like voiceover stuff?
Different clients popping up.
Cool.
Sometimes once a week, twice a week.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
fun. That's really cool. How did you get into that? Like, not to dwell on that, because obviously we're all magicians here, but
Because since I was a comedian, I love mimicking voices,
got it.
like copying the voice of this actor, this actor. You know, actually, look, I can do 30 voices, but it's all Filipino celebrities.
Cool.
So I started doing this like 15 years ago, and then I met this guy who told me, why don't you work for a voiceover? I know a company who does TV commercials and radio. So I tried, and then I submit a voice tape, and then I passed. And then someone from TV, the TV station that I'm working was we do like Korean shows, like it's a Korean TV series, and we dubbed it in our own language, and also some cartoons. That's also another job for me because I was doing voiceovers for radio and TV commercials, and then I also do dubbings like Tagalize. It's called because our language is called Tagalog. We call it Tagalised. Yeah.
Cool.
I also did one voiceovers for National Geographic,
Whoa.
but it's in our language. It's in Tagalog. Yeah.
Wow. That's rad, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. Just so that you know, too, there's been a few people popping up here. I know we're talking about the virus stuff just a moment ago as well.
Yeah.
Our friend Leon is here, and he
Hey,
says,
Leon.
Jeffrey,
How are you,
without all
buddy?
of this, he might not have ever met you. So the same could be said for a few different friends that have been watching this, saying that Daniel Ricks is saying that as well, and I think,
Yeah.
some other friends. So.
The All Things Magic family.
It's been cool, man. You know, none of us would have been trapped, I guess is the best word. Stuck at home the way that we were. So
Actually, look, honestly, if we don't have this virus thing, I already went in Vegas to meet you
it'll happen. It'll happen. I'm sure of it. And
next year.
A little more love for you. John Czar's also saying he really likes the sign behind you. I noticed that too. The neon, the different
Oh,
suits
hi,
there.
John. I'm selling it for $4,000 if you want. No, I'm just kidding. It was just like, I think it was just like uh, 200, US dollars,
Looks
I think.
great.
Like that, yeah.
Very cool. I'm looking through to see if they have any other questions as we go along too. Oh yeah, Nigel brought up something too that we should talk about. You know, you are just a man of many talents, and Nigel says, do hit up Jeffrey if you're looking for some cool artwork. He's designed some awesome
Oh,
watermarks for magicians and myself included. So why don't you talk a
oh
little bit about that?
yeah.
Because they're beautiful.
Yeah, the watermark logos, the signatures, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like a week, like oh no, not a week ago. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think. I thought of cause I am also a graduate of interior design,
Oh wow.
and it's been like a couple of years that I didn't practice my hand how to draw, and then I woke up one day. I was just thinking, what if I'll just do some watermarks or something like
There's mine.
where you can put, there you go. And then I thought of making one for me, and then I thought of making one for Luke, and it already spread like virus in the
Yeah.
in the
Right.
whole magic community. Thank you, Luke. I also did one for Alan Rorison, for Nicholas Lawrence, and who else? Shin Lim,
Nice.
and a lot. Also, Sean Farquhar.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Making the rounds. Making the rounds.
Yeah,
Sir.
just let me know. Just send me a message if you want one.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I'm super proud of mine. I've got it as my Facebook header. So yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, as
This
you can
is
tell,
the one that I
Jeffrey
did.
is always
This
up
is
to
the one
something.
I did for Shin Lim. If you want to, if you can see it
Oh
right there.
wow,
There you
dude,
go.
that's legit.
Yeah, and it's purely hand drawn by me. It took me some. It took me like 2 hours to 3 hours to render it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Nigel. It was definitely on the old list of things to mention. So thank you for filling in the blanks for that one. All
Thank you,
right.
Nigel.
What is the magic scene like? While you're putting that up, what is the magic scene like in the Philippines? Like, are there a lot of magicians? You know, is it a big community, or is it or are there just not many magicians where you are in that part of the world?
Actually, there's a lot of magicians here in the Philippines, but
Cool.
sad to say, look, when it comes to stage magic,
Yep.
we're like just like we're just like 10 years behind,
Got it.
because maybe of the lack of props, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then but the good thing here, there's a lot of magic clubs here in the Philippines. We're like maybe around 10 clubs maybe. And then if you're talking how many magicians, there's a lot of magicians here in the Philippines. Most of the magicians are like maybe 80% are uh how do you call this, like party magicians, like the birthday party that they do hosting.
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, for kids, yeah.
Cool.
And there's also a lot of good close-up magicians here. A
Nice.
lot. That's why I kept on telling them, you should you should explore the international conventions. Try to attend, because uh, on that while attending some conventions, like every year, your skills meeting different kinds of people, meeting new friends, and then and I'm sure that your skills you know will really improve.
We're having a little your audio's starting to get a little funky on me there. I think it's on your side.
Hello, hello, yeah, hello,
Yeah, it's
hello,
starting to sound like a robot thing. Can you guys hear it as well? I want to make sure it's not just me.
hello, hello,
Okay,
hello.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good now. I think we're good.
Okay. Oh.
That was strange. That was very strange, man. It's like
Or
magic.
maybe my internet.
Stuff just pops up sometimes, like magic. You never know. Um, I want to ask you a question about something. I know I keep joking about it, and I appreciate you
Yeah.
talking about some of this stuff too. The
Mhm.
awards.
The awards.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting an echo from you for some reason. Yeah, I'm like hearing my audio all of a sudden from. Let me see if I can.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm hearing myself too, which is weird.
Oh,
So I'll ask the question and I'll shut up. So when it comes to competing, you've competed, you've won plenty of awards. Do you have any advice for people? And more importantly, do you enjoy competing at Magic conventions? Because I hate it. I don't think I ever want to do it again.
at first I was really enjoying it because I am a very competitive type of person. Every time I compete, I always make sure I'll get the first place. Um, but now my elders are telling me you should go to the next level. You're already done competing. That's what I'm doing right now. It's been like how many years that I don't compete already. I just every time I'll be invited to a Magic convention, it's always I'm always being a jury for the close up competition or a guest performer. Yeah. So now I already stopped competing, but I am still thinking to give my last blow for FISM. I am still thinking.
Okay. I'll have to wait and see.
Wait and see.
Wait and see. All right.
Because look, the last time I did my winning act was 2012.
Oh wow, it's
That was the last time.
Wow, it's been a while.
Yeah.
wow.
But I had it on film, so I can still review it
Cool.
if I want to do it again.
Cool.
I mean, do you enjoy it though? Because to me, I'm gonna stick on this for a second. Like when you perform for regular people, I'm still hearing my echo. I hate that. When you perform for regular people, they want to be entertained. But when you perform for magicians, they want to be fooled, or they want to look at you from a technical standpoint. So how do you? I mean, how do you get over that? Because I never did. I just never could find a way to get over that chip on my shoulder.
Or maybe you're not a type of that is competitive. Maybe that's why you hate competing. Because
I am.
I
Actually,
also have friends like that. Because I also have friends like that they hate competing. They love performing. Me, I love both. I love competing and performing.
Okay. I don't know, man, because they're two different audiences, and I think that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, it is totally different.
It's a lot different. Yeah. Now, when you did your stuff though, did you do it? Did you do it to music, or were you talking when you did your act?
I am talking
Okay.
because
Gotcha.
some of my scripts are comedy,
Okay.
so
Gotcha.
I need to talk. Yeah. I just had this very low music background for me to know that